We are.
For the competition in the back of the Bentley, I'm loading up glitches and getting my cake up. She sucking my dick and I'm fucking her face, fucking up her makeup. Smell like water to my face, I love the flavor. Molly water, love the feeling, hate the flavor. In the back of the Bentley, I'm loading up glitches and getting my cake up. She sucking my dick and I'm fucking her face, fucking up her makeup. Smell like water to my face, I love the flavor. Molly water, love the feeling, hate the flavor. I'm an insomniac, just point me to where the money at. I'm right round in the Bentley, I remember right round in the Pontiac. I be in the grip, you won't catch me with a phone. Gianos on my whip, I've been feeling like I'm bar, yeah. Brody got a slut, he got hella bodies, yeah. Crack in her butt, police they won't find me. I just count her bands and bust nuts, young, rich and horny, yeah. That's a different story, Brody scared I'ma be on Maury. Mama scared that I'm gon' let these Percocets straight up destroy me. Told her I don't need them, then she watched me flush them down the toilet. 3 days later, stomach beating, I was barely eating. Now I'm back on my bullshit, I'm tweaking. Off the Jimmy's geeking. Just take 2 blues to the face, now I just break them even. Life's a bitch, time to get my revenge. I'm getting even, Steven. Ignorant, wildin' out, kid. I'm a fucking even. Party mouth, getting ostrich, long neck from a back of the Bentley, I'm loading up glitches and getting my cake up. She sucking my dick and I'm fucking her face, fucking up her makeup. Smell like water to my face, I love the flavor. Molly water, love the feeling, hate the flavor.
Alright, here we go.
I'm loading up glitches and getting my cake up. She sucking my dick and I'm fucking her face, fucking up her makeup. Smell like water to my face.
Basketball isn't easy.
Molly water, love the feeling, hate the flavor.
Fuck being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. They be on that rap to pay the.
I'm gonna be playing some NBA 2K14 on the PC. I actually played for the Orlando Magic. I'm a point guard. I play with. I'm on the starting lineup now. Actually, this is gonna be my 7th game plan. It'll be my first starting point in the game. But I'm gonna be starting with Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird. Who else? I think some guy named Turco.
Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, checking out Kyle Korver. What can we expect from him?
Well, Kyle Korver is going to do one thing better than just about anybody in the league, and that's shoot the three-point ball. He's got unlimited range, beautiful stroke, and you have to respect his range as a defense.
He just makes it look so easy, too, when he shoots. He'll be almost statuesque, but each and every time he fires from deep, he hits it. Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to Denver.
Yeah, they gave away a lot of points at the free throw line in that game. Maybe it was being on the road, maybe they were just out of sync, but something had them rattled.
Steve, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but clearly the misses from the stripe had an impact.
And Steve and Clark, what do you make of his comments to the media after their last game?
Well, when you listen to what he says in these press conferences, and he just comes off as really a humble player, never really makes it about himself if he can help it, and always willing to defer to others for accolades.
You know, some players kind of have a fake humility about them, but he's not one of them. I mean, he genuinely believes this stuff. He loves the organization. He loves his teammates. And I think he really enjoys the environment here, and he's really helped establish it, too.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
Now here's Pippen. He's coming off a 22-point game against Denver. Beasley is in the starting roster for the first time.
You know, with this being the first start of his NBA career, the pressure gets ratcheted up a little bit. The team just is hoping that he contributes, but you never know with a rookie.
But it isn't like he hasn't had pressure on him already. I mean, he was a first-round pick, and that always comes with a heavy burden. So far, I think he's handled everything that's been thrown at him pretty well.
As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA. But overall, we're a solid offensive team right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score, I mean, there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
Here's Pippen after the made shot from Beasley. Pass to Kerr. Back to Pippen. Fires from deep. They get it back. Millsap. Some solid defense right there from Turkoglu. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Kerr, the pass to Pippen, just 4 to shoot. The putback, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
That's the kind of energy you need on the offensive glass. That's the only way to get it done.
Fast break, the Hawks.
Nope.
Kerr can't hit.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Beasley for 3. And good coming off the assist from Hedo Turkoglu. And that's now 11 points for Beasley. The Hawks trail by 8. Outside Pippen. Outside Pippen. Buried from 15 feet out. Pippen's got his second bucket of the night.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Chamberlain backing down. From the post, and it's good on the way in. Chamberlain got his first bucket in this one.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Kerr with the screen on Burke. Here's Korver for 3. No good.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
It's stolen by Kerr. It's Pippen on the wing. Leaps for it. He kicks it to Horford. Chamberlain with the block. Beasley outside. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. 2nd in assists, 7th in field goal percentage, and they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This is a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. The Hawks second.
I'll tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
Korver kicks to Kerr. The Hawks working the ball around. Down low. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Kerr's got his second basket of the game. The pass to Jordan. Uncovered. And Orlando again with the bucket.
This is a team that's focused, completely locked into the task at hand. What an impressive start to this game.
Pippen kicks to Horford. And he banks in the layup.
But there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Here's Beasley following the basket by Al Horford. Beasley with now defended by Corbin. Turkoglu kicks to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. He passes to Bird, and he's going up for the alley-oop.
These teams don't look like they belong on the same court today.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to have a double-digit lead this early.
Crazy, bro. They've beaten already.
Pippen against Bird. It's Pippen with the drive. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Beasley against Kerr. It's Pippen on the wing. There's the triple.
Well, they find themselves with a big deficit here in the first. One category that jumps out at me, second chance point. Only one bucket for them.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
Here's Beasley after the main shot from Corbin. Doubled by Corbin. And here's Jordan outside. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
They couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively. And what a lead they have already to show for it.
Magic leading by 11. It's Beasley on the wing.
Oh my God! That would have been nasty if I made that. Oh no!
They need to do to get back in the game.
Well, Kevin, one thing, they've got plenty of time, that's for sure. And I think establishing their inside presence, picking up the intensity and the effort, creating more hustle opportunities, and then rebounding the basketball. That's a lot, but they've got a lot of work to do.
Sounds like a good recipe.
Well, the Magic ended up with just 20 wins on the season, which would be the worst record in the NBA last year, but they at least weren't dead last when it came to wins on the road. Still tied, though, for third worst in the league.
Hawks making a switch
Bro,
here.
it's no
Rand's
fucking
checked in.
way I didn't make that dunk.
Like
That would have been nuts.
Trying to find an identity in a rebuilding year. Yes, it can be hard to gel as a cohesive unit on the road.
Well, the whole year it seemed like a lot of the team was trying to figure out the kind of nuances of the team dynamics, of the talent, of the new coaching staff.
You got lucky, Steve.
It's frustrating when you're just getting beaten up every night. But you got to go through that to grow as a group, and hopefully this team can be a little better on the road this season.
Doubled by Corbin. Fires from the wing. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 15.
I don't know how I got that.
He's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And you know what? He's like a tank when he's coming down the lane. Lay into him as hard as you can. You're not going to be able to knock him off down.
Orlando leading by 9. There's the double team with Pippen. Here's Bird. And it's Orlando with another.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Boy, you couldn't ask for better teaching grounds than that.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Williams comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Teague in for Steve Kerr. Now here's Teague. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Nuggets, that's for sure. Pocket 2. Here's Pippen. You know what? So Orlando will take it the other way. And back to Budenholzer, who's with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
And here's Pippen following Larry Bird's 3. Misses off the right iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Jordan. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Jordan's got 12.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Outside Williams. Back to Pippen.
2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
Orlando making some changes. Glenn Davis is checked in for Chamberlain, and Allen Iverson is subbed in for... Beasley right side. Nelson dishes to Chamberlain. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Beasley against Milson. Out to Nelson. Passes it to Chamberlain. Shot clock at 5. And 3 from Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. 22 points for Michael Jordan.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Korver at the 3 with Paul Millsap at the 4. Kerr out there with Jared Cunningham. And it's Horford at the 5 down low. So that's the Hawks 5. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Tiny in their last game against the Celtics put on a show. He ended up with 65 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Back to Bird. He dishes it to Beasley. Shoots. And Orlando again with the bucket.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the Boston Celtics.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easy.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Gets it to go.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Now, they've done a really good job of getting their hands into passing lanes and coming away with some steals in the early going.
Goes up on the wing. Pippen can't hit.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as the receiver, he didn't feel like he had the need to go for the monster finish. Just laying it in, making sure he got the points.
Back to Kerr. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Kerr's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're...
Watch out now. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Fades away. Again, the Hawks score.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
Beasley outside. The 3 ball. And that one's good. Beasley's got 23 points.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Outside Pippen. Kerr. Again, the Hawks score.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Hawks making a switch here. Rand's checked in. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Kerr.
Oh, if y'all wondering, I am playing on Hall of Fame.
Kerr against Beasley. It's stolen by Kerr. Fast break. Here we go. Outside Pippen. Back to Kerr. Dishes it to Horford. That is good. Horford's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Allen Iverson's checked in for the Magic. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball.
God, please.
Beasley against Kerr. 6 to shoot. Here's Beasley. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Beasley's got 25 points in the game. Bird against Pippen. Kicks it to Korver. Back to Pippen. Pass to Horford. Pulls up on the wing. It's hauled in by the Magic. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Well, these are a pair of conference rivals that are going to be very familiar with each other by the end of the season. And this is just the first of 4 games they'll see each other.
And that one's good. Chamberlain got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Korver passes to Kerr. The dish now to Pippen. This one for 3. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Chamberlain kicks to Beasley. Bird left side. Kicks it out to Beasley. Feeds it to Iverson. Pippen with the steal. Here's Korver. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The fun has begun.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. What can you say? Tiny and impressive effort here today.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Orlando, Beasley is in as a point. Chamberlain is out there with Hedo Turkoglu. That's Bird, and it's Jordan in at the 2 spot.
You know, in the 9 seasons of the Southeast Division being in existence, the Magic have won it 3 times. Miami has taken the rest. After the way they looked last season, however, it might be a while before Orlando can take back the division crown.
Knocks it loose. Tries to save it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Let's take a look at Al Horford, some of the stats for him. What a year he had last season. 7th in rebounding. And he was so reliable all season long offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And, you know, in terms of his rebounds per game, Steve, it was really a special season for him. He was a tough, physical player on the low block.
Horford dishes to Millsap. Poke loose. It's stolen by Turkoglu. Here's Beasley. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Beasley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's just embarrassing the defense right now because didn't really need to double clutch there.
The Hawks trail by 17. And Clark, as you mentioned, the Magic had troubles in the division. Steve ending up finishing in the bottom of it with a 3-13 record.
But ironically enough, they gave Miami a lot of trouble. Maybe that was just because the Heat kind of took Orlando for granted, but it seemed like every time those 2 teams got together, the game went down to the wire.
Horford the pass to Portland. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And slammed in by Millsap.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Backing down is Beasley. He feeds it to Jordan. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Kerr kicks to Pippen. Three-pointer. Millsap cleans up the mess with the savage.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Pippen against Bird. Millsap kicks to Pippen. In Atlanta again with the bucket. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, Millsap, a great signing with the Hawks. 2-year deal, $19 million. You like the skill level, a guy who battles inside. And even when he's at a size disadvantage, he still seems to really prosper.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Oh,
and you look at the development for Paul Millsap. He's steadily improved as a passer, as a shooter. At the line, his overall game is upward.
He's even starting to shoot more threes these days.
Right.
Kevin. Yeah, he's undersized, but just knows how to use the rim to protect his finish. What I like best about him is just his constant energy.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, for the Atlanta Hawks this summer, they lost Josh Smith, but picked up a terrific signing in Paul Millsap. His contract cost them about $5 million less per year than Smith's does, and alongside Al Horford, they've got one of the best shooting front courts in the league. Guys, Millsap had the second best plus-minus in the league 2 seasons ago. He can really help this team.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
And here's Kerr. 15 points in the game. Pippen can't hit.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
It's not enough for the defense to just get into position. They've got to get in the way.
He took it, ball, bro.
Yeah, he paid it off.
Oh, he just fucking gave me the ball, Millsap again.
Excellent communication between
what the
teammates
fuck?
on the alley-oop.
We need to draft Paul Millsap.
Both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Magic leading
Larry,
by 21.
we got an answer for this dude, bro. You going crazy. He just dunking on us.
Beasley with it. He has 38 in the game.
Man.
Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's a major elevation.
That's what I wanted.
there.
That's that post
That's
I was supposed to get earlier, bro.
A player in any position.
Give me that block.
Afraid to take it inside. We know that.
And here's what's upcoming now for the Hawks. They'll be off to Charlotte for a meeting with the Bobcats after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. So it's Atlanta now.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Bird outside. Chamberlain. Big play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 3 assists in the game.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Kerr dishes to Horford. Fader on the way. And the shot is good. Horford's got 9.
Now, the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face. Couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, it made his height advantage count that time.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong. Even with defenders hanging all over him, he continues to finish at the basket.
And one thing about him that might not show up in the box score, but is as important as anything else, is his leadership. I mean, he sets the tone for this team, and all of his teammates follow his example.
Clock at 6. They get a hand on it. The shot. Pippen misses.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Beasley outside. Puts it up from 15 and off the front iron, and in it goes. Beasley's got 42 in the game.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Millsap sets the pick for Williams. Teardrop shot. That's good. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Jordan kicks to Beasley. Turkoglu outside. On the wing, Bird. No one near him. And good coming off the assist from Hedo Turkoglu. Turkoglu's got his third assist on the night. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Allen Iverson is checked in for Orlando.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. Your very own A-Town Dancer.
Six seconds left to play here in the third. For 3, Beasley. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
And
I was gonna pull that shit.
The newest 2K style magazine arriving in.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
We've got Gustavo Ion. Mike Scott up there with Jared Cunningham. Then there's Teague, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Cunningham kicks to Schroeder. To the paint, Cunningham. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference. Wow. Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
Ion passes to Cunningham. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Got that one up quick. Beasley's got 51.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Cunningham. And just miss after miss right now.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Beasley off a pick from Vucevic. Doubled by Ion. Shot clock at 6. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Schroeder kicks to Cunningham. Pass to Schroeder. And now Orlando on the break. Oladipo's running. Beasley with it. Now defended by Schroeder. Harris, right side. Back to Beasley. Teague on the double team. Beasley dishes to Harris. Clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Some good matchups. And that Dallas Mavericks game, definitely one to be checking out.
Jason Maxiel's checked in for Glenn Davis.
Well, my teammate don't know how to fucking...
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. 3 on the clock. Here's Beasley.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a huge play.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
The Southeast Division pretty top-heavy last year, but the Hawks, while not having a real chance to win the title, managed to finish second to the Heat in the division.
Schroeder passes to Scott. Working on Maxiel. Trying to get back on track. Scott, good. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And for the Hawks, Clark, as you were talking about, taking care of business, going 11-5 against the rest of the Southeast. Steve, they've always seemed to find a way into the top 3 spots of the division when it's all said and done.
Well, Kevin, I mean, let's be honest. This is not the toughest division ever. I mean, Charlotte and Washington have been really bad. Orlando was horrific last season. So, yeah, that number sounds great, but come on.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Boneheaded play, guys. Plain and simple.
Yep, brain fade is what I like to call it. There's no way they're getting out of the hole making mistakes like that.
Eldon Brand's checked in for Gustavo Ayan. Got that bucket in no time at all. 61 points for Beasley.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
Then you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Now the feed to Maxiel. Rebound, Atlanta. Scott's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Cunningham, guarded by Harris. Beasley outside. Vucevic for 3. Nelson. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Orlando's gotten in the groove from 3-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Here's Beasley. Gets it to go.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Schroeder. Back to Brand. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Back to Williams. Releases from the wing and drills it.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Here's Beasley. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
But they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
Now the pass to Schroeder. Outside, Scott. The Hawks working the ball around. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Maxiel.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt.
Beasley kicks to Maxiel. And that one's good.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Here's Schroeder. He kicks it to Williams. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Gustavo Ayan, who's checked in for Atlanta. Beasley outside.
And he doesn't fucking shoot it.
It's
Like,
Beasley on the wing. Out to Nelson. Nelson off the pick from Vucevic. Passes it to Harris. Fires for three. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Back to Williams. He passes to Ion. He dishes it to Scott. Williams. Here's Cunningham. Ion passes to Schroeder. Looking to end the run. Now Nelson. It's Beasley on the wing. Back to Nelson. Here's the screen. Beasley outside. 5 to shoot. Doubled by Cunningham. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Schroeder. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Beasley with the steal. Dishes it to Maxiel. Back to Beasley. Kicks to Maxiel. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Maxiel's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
The Hawks shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. T kicks to Scott. Pass to Williams. Ring shot on the way. And the jumper is on the mark. Williams has got 11 in the second half.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's Maxiel. The shot will not go. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Bobcats. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. A nice shot by Teague. Orlando dictating the flow. Ball stolen. Right side, Williams. Rejected by Nelson. Beasley outside. Doubled by Cunningham. It's Beasley on the wing. Doubled by Scott. Cunningham and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Orlando. 6 to shoot. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Allen Iverson's checked in for Jameer Nelson. Now the dish to T. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Atlanta making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season, but you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers. So I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Here's Ion, and it's blocked by Vucevic. And they'll keep possession. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season, but that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against L.A. That was kind of revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
Scott, defended by Maxiel. Scott dishes to T. Pass to Schroeder. Shot to stop the run, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Orlando dictating the flow. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Beasley kicks to Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Poked away. Beasley with the steal. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Jason Maxiel with the slam.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
T kicks to Cunningham. Back to T. Hawks passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cunningham gets the bucket. So it's Orlando now. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Now here's Beasley. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. You know, Clark...
It's just been announced that you were once again named Player of the Week. Does this come as a surprise at all after the way you've been playing?
It's always a surprise for me. I don't ever expect to get any sort of awards or recognition for my play. I'm just out there doing what I can to help my team win games. That's the #1 priority. And anything else, man, it's just icing on the cake at this point.
Nice. Okay. The NBA. Where is it? Standings. Leaders. 51 points a game. Draw 1, number 2.
All right, guys, let's make this happen. This is our game, man. Our time. Let's do this.
It is truly a team effort, as we just witnessed an example right there, 5 inside the huddle. The home of the Celtics is sold out and noisy inside here in Boston. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Chris Humphries in this one?
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty, the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up.
For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
Well, this is a special matchup we've got here today. Two of the great franchises in this league. A lot of great games between these two clubs over the years, Clark.
You know what? I think if you ask them, Steve, as far as they're concerned, this game counts double time in the standings. It really holds a lot of weight with them.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Outside Hardaway. Knocked away. And stolen by Jordan. And he dumps it down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Well, with only 20 wins, the Magic had the worst record in the league and a good chance to get the #1 overall pick in the draft. Didn't work out that way. They got the #2 pick, which isn't a bad second place. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
He gets it to go. Beasley's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
Well, Clark, as you said, for the Magic, they did miss out on that #1 spot, but in a draft where several players could have been considered, Steve, the top pick, they picked a good time to have their draft luck change.
Well, remember, this is a franchise that within their first 5 seasons had back-to-back #1 overall picks. One of those was Shaq, by the way, so they've had their luck. But I really like Oladipo. I think he's going to be a star in this league. I think Orlando has a building block for the future.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
You know, you think of what a typical Eastern Conference team plays like, and you often think of the Celtics. I mean, they like to slow it up. They'll play hard D and take their fouls when they can. Still, the Celtics last year were just average when it came to playing the rest of the conference.
Here's Russell. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Russell's got his first bucket in this one.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Beasley against Rondo. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 6 points. Going back to the Celtics, even as you said, Clark, they do all the things most Eastern Conference teams do well. They just couldn't keep it together, Steve, to finish far above 500 in the East.
Well, losing Rondo was a huge part of it, as they had to adjust their entire offense midway through the season. And I think a lot of it, too, is the rest of the East has caught up to them, and time is finally catching up to them.
Now, here is Chamberlain. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot, and that one's good.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Now the pass to Hardaway. No good on the 3.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now here's Wilkins. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami. Hardaway kicks to Russell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. I asked him about the hurdle of scoring efficiently against one of the best defenses the league has to offer. He told me it's all about effort, intelligence, and getting stops themselves. He said, we know there will be stretches where we hit a little dry spell, but we can't get rattled. We've got to stick to our guns and just stick with it. Guys, if they can get a win here, they'll even the season series at 1 game apiece.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And dealing with the sort of defense they're facing is not an easy challenge.
No, but they've got a few weapons of their own that they can counter with, so it's not exactly a one-sided battle.
Maybe so, Steve, but those weapons are still going to have to perform at a really high level for them to have a chance to be successful. So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now here's Hardaway. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Russell. Larry Bird grabs the miss.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss that.
What?
Here's Wilkins, and there's the rejection.
I can't believe that.
Chamberlain with a screen on run. Bird kicks to Turkoglu. Dishes it to Beasley. Into Wilt Chamberlain. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
He dishes it to Rondo. Back to Hardaway. Outside Wilkins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Humphries, and he drops it in from the low post. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, you know, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really look tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy. Well, Hedo Turkoglu was in the final season of his contract, and last season endured a suspension for performance-enhancing substances and really never found any kind of rhythm in his season. We'll see if he's able to bounce back this year.
Now here's Turkoglu after the miss from Humphries. Here's Beasley. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Clark, you mentioned the positive test for Turkoglu. The league now implementing tougher testing measures for the players.
Yeah, incorporating blood testing. There's been a feeling that it was a bigger issue in other sports and that NBA players weren't using performance enhancers. I think that's generally the case, but you might as well have a system in place to assure that that is right.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for the...
Oh, get it! You know, with that kind of height disadvantage, all the defender can do is look up, watch him punch it home, and hope he doesn't get landed on.
Here's Chamberlain, and it's good off the glass. Chamberlain got his third basket of the night.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right, and to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
It's Wilkins with the drive. And yes, sir, that one drops. Wilkins has got his first basket. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Hardaway kicks to Russell. Feeds away. Rondo against Bird. Beasley. Beasley right side. Bird dishes to Turkoglu.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early in this game.
Jeff Green is checked in for Chris Humphries. Beasley off a pick from Chamberlain. 6 to shoot. Beasley, the pass to Chamberlain. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
You can see that their game plan is to work it inside, and that's been very successful so far.
And they've made the most of their opportunities inside.
And that's something that they shouldn't get away from, Kevin. When you're having success inside, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Celtics. Orlando on D. 19-point game. Bird against Wilkins. With the lead pass, Rondo. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Turkoglu. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Bird's shot is good.
Yeah, one of the great shooters in the history of the game, Kevin. He was just so good. And it wasn't just the shooting stroke. It was the ability to get that shot off despite a lack of great athleticism. But he had that high release, and he used his body, used angles to get the shot off anytime he wanted.
It really was a big part of why he had such phenomenal shooting percentages his whole career. I mean, he just never went cold. And, of course, late in games, he would heat up and become basically unstoppable.
And Orlando making a change here. Davis is checked in. Beasley kicks to Jordan. Back to Beasley. Now the feed to Bird. Clock at 6. And it's Orlando with another.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Gets it to go.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Here's Beasley, and it's good. Beasley's got 13 points.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Guys, the Celtics went from being a powerhouse in the East and middle of the pack last season, but they still protected their home court as well as anybody. Easy to find inspiration here with the parquet floor under your shoes and the banners hanging over top.
Magic leading by 19.
I see you.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Takes a 3. Good on the shot. He's got 7. You do have it at their home.
And even though the Celtics would end up just as the 7th seed in the East, you knew they would control their home floor just because of their veteran experience, their talent, their coaching. So they were really able to ride that home court into the playoffs.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Rondo. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Beasley with the steal. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Beasley's got 15.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Pass dishes to Wilkins. Gets the bucket. Wilkins has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Pass to Jordan. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Might as well remove all doubt, right?
I'm 23.
There's 38 seconds left in the first. Here's Rondo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too. Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
From deep, Turkoglu. That is good. Turkoglu's got 9.
They are making some noise from downtown, guys.
And they've got themselves a very nice lead to show for it.
Poked away. Beasley with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
5 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Beasley with the steal. He got it up. Oh, and
that's cash. Let's go,
boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it.
They're losing this game. There's no way they win it.
Feel the excitement of NBA basketball. Come out and root for your Magic. Always great to see Tiny.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Dominique Wilkins out there with Green. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Bass in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Shot clock at 3. Beasley, the pass to Bird. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep. Boston with the ball. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, they really took it on the chin that last time out, and the difference was the turnover differential. When you look at the stat sheet, they were so careless with the ball, and those mistakes were just too much to overcome.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, for Jared Sullinger, drafted to the Celtics last season, it was a great opportunity to learn from one of the best big men ever to play the game in Kevin Garnett. Sullinger said, "You're learning every day, and as you're seeing what he's seeing."
But you know what? I just realized something too. Let's
the game slows down tremendously. Fortunately, Jared not the type to take criticism personally, saying, quote, "Because I had Zach Sullinger as a coach," he says, referring to his father James, who taught him the game. And guys, Garnett praised Sullinger's incredible IQ for the game and no-nonsense demeanor. He's fit right in with the Celtics.
Nice stuff, Doris. Thank you. Green with a screen for Rondo. He kicks to Wilkins. They get it back. And another shot. Hardaway, no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Beasley kicks to Bird. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. What about Clark, what Steve just talked about? How was it possible for them to turn the ball over so much in that game?
Well, I mean, the defense was outstanding. Now, you got to give some credit where credit is due. But they also were a little sloppy at times with the ball.
It's Wilkins with the drive. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Wilkins has got 10 points in the game.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And here's Turkoglu from the arc. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
Gets it to go. 12 points for him.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Beasley with it. Now guarded by Hardaway. Beasley outside. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Rondo against Beasley. Rondo kicks to Hardaway. Green. Left block shot on the way. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Green's got his first basket of the night. Beasley dishes to Turkoglu. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
Then you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
Outside Rondo. Kicks it to Hardaway. The shot. And again, it's Boston converted. Orlando's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Beasley kicks to Turkoglu. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And that one's good. Wilkins.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Beasley with it. Now guarded by Hardaway. Jordan the pass to Beasley. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Beasley's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
He feeds it to Bird. Back to Beasley. Bird outside. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 6th in shooting percentage. 6th in free throw percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive.
And you talked about the shooting in the top 10 in the league in terms of field goal percentage. And that really bodes well when you're a team that's trying to play together. I thought this team was really well coached. They worked the ball offensively to find good shots. And for most of the season, they looked like one of the best shooting teams in the league to me.
First team foul. Here's Rondo. 8 points for him. Green with a screen on Beasley. Rondo dishes to Green. Rejected by Beasley. Davis kicks to Beasley. Beasley left side. Back to Davis. Turkoglu outside. Good ball movement here by the Magic. That shot wide open. That's 12 points for Michael Jordan.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Rondo passes to Wilkins. Rondo, covered by Beasley. Rondo dishes to back. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can. A bit of a down season, guys, for Brandon Bass on this past season. His numbers were down pretty much across the board. At 28 years old, he should be in his prime. We'll see how he bounces back this season.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
It's Wilkins with the drive. Rondo kicks to Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Rondo. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And Bass, Steve, a face-up 4. He likes to play in the high post.
Yeah, he likes to kind of face up and either hit that mid-range jumper or drive around you. But I think the best improvement from Bass came at the defensive end of the floor. Doc Rivers really showing praise last year during the playoffs for Bass's defensive improvement.
That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. And that's now 30 points for Beasley.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
Rondo on top, covered by Beasley. Bass working against Davis. Up and in on the way.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Bird. Again, the Magic score.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Rondo off the pick from Green. Rondo drives in. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Rondo's got 10 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Here's Beasley. It's stolen by
I
Green.
literally just dropped the ball.
Beasley against Wilkins. Green feeds it to Rondo. Rondo off the pick from Bass. Back to Rondo. Shoots. And it's Boston with another. Here's Beasley. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. From down in the low post, it goes. Beasley's got 32 points in the game.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Rondo kicks to Hardaway. He passes it to Rondo. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
It's stolen by Rondo. Let's check out what Doris Burkhardt thinks.
Thanks, guys. Tiny in their last game against the Hawks put on a show. He dropped in a staggering amount of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Blocked. Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And Orlando making a change here. Iverson's checked in, and through one half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Today's a day to honor our nation's...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Just absolute domination in this one for Beasley. He's got 33 points and 16 assists. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, Beasley in at point guard. Bird out there with Hedo Turkoglu. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Orlando shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. That's good from Beasley. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Rondo. Back to Hardaway. Celtics passing it around. Backing down is Russell. There's the bucket. Good. Russell's got 12 in the game.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Beasley against Rondo. Beasley, the pass to Jordan. The dish to Chamberlain. Kicks it out to Beasley. Outside Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets the bucket. 14 points for him.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Now Hardaway. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Rondo fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Turkoglu kicks to Beasley. Passes to Chamberlain. Poked loose and stolen by Russell. Hardaway with it. Back to Russell. Lays it up and banks it in. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Beasley against Rondo. Jordan kicks to Chamberlain. And Orlando again with the bucket.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Rondo dishes to Hardaway. Humphries defended by Turkoglu. That drops. Humphries has got 6.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Easily in the post. He's covered by Rondo. And the shot is good.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
Outside Hardaway. There's the pass to Humphries. Puts up the baby hook. Tipped. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Beasley kicks to Chamberlain. And the shot is good. He's got 13.
And they've really come out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity.
The drive by Rondo gives him the lead pass. Wilkins can't get it to go.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Beasley up top. Guarded by Hardaway. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Bill Russell. Boy, look at the big ups, Clark.
Major bounce there. I mean, he can fly, folks. Really fly.
And we're seeing more and more of that, it seems, guys, out of the point guard spot in the NBA these days.
Tipped away. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Beasley, the pass to Turkoglu. That's good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And with all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Jordan.
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
Well, sometimes, guys, you can forget he's out there, and all of a sudden, bang, he'll string together 3 or 4 shots in a row and just take over the game.
You know, something else I think about when I see this guy is he's a real headache to have to defend one-on-one. I mean, he's got all of the game that makes it tough for his defender.
Wilkins dishes to Rondo. They need this. Chamberlain with the block. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Hardaway. Beasley kicks to Bird. Goes up to the stripe. It's blocked by Hardaway. Dishes to Rondo. Gets the jumper from the corner to four. Rondo's got 22 points. On offense, here are the Magic. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Well, no doubt the Milwaukee fans want to see the Bucks take that game.
Jordan against Wilkins. Good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Now here's Beasley, and he's got 41. Michael Jordan on the wing. There's the block. Now Hardaway. Up top, Humphries. He dishes it to Rondo. The feed to Russell. Back to Rondo. Fires it up. Kept alive by Boston. Hardaway kicks to Wilkins. Pass to Russell. Chamberlain on him. The hook. Gets it to go. Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Wow, very few players have perfected the hook shot. He may be one of them.
Bird kicks to Chamberlain. That's good.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Humphrey sets a pick for Rondo. From past the arc. Rondo with another miss. And the Magic with possession.
You know, one of the worst things to see is a young, speedy, dynamic point guard go down with a torn ACL. It happened to Derrick Rose in 2012, and last year Rajon Rondo was the victim. This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
And And stolen by Jordan. Beasley against Hardaway. Turkoglu outside. Back to Beasley. Wilkins brings the double team. And Bird, here we go. Just 4 to shoot. And 3 from Jordan. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. And that's 19 points for Michael. Well, that ACL tear for Rondo and Derrick Rose, both of them on pretty innocuous motions. No contact to speak of. Moves they make 100 times a game, Steve, but both got caught.
Yeah, that's often the way that injury happens, though, without contact. So, difficult year for Rondo. Hard to say, how he could have avoided an injury. That's not happening. The main thing is just fighting to get back, get your knee right, and get going again.
Jordan, the pass to Beasley. On the wing, Bird. Three-pointer, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, the huge trade that really overshadowed this year's draft, the blockbuster deal between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. The Celtics sending out the veteran trio of Jason Terry, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, and in return receiving 3 future first-round picks, the right to swap picks in 2017. For the Celtics, a tough but realistic decision to begin the rebuild process. For the Nets, an all-in attempt to win a title. Guys, it sent shockwaves throughout the league, and we'll just have to wait to see how it all shakes out.
They've got probably the best team in franchise history. We'll see where they go next.
They don't need much of anything else the way he's scoring the ball out there.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rondo drives in. Here's Sullinger. Vito Turkoglu with the rebound. Turkoglu's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
But an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Beasley against Rondo. Shot to stop the run. Here's Russell. And there's the bucket. Stay with him on the offensive glass, getting it done. Russell's got 8 points in the quarter. Orlando's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. He kicks it to Turkoglu. All sorts of time, and Orlando again with the bucket.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Crawford dishes to Rondo. Defended by Turkoglu. And they double up Rondo. It's Wilkins with the drive. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Turkoglu kicks to Jordan. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one. Bradley passes to Hardaway. Lee outside. Kicks to Humphries. Davis is there. Tries it from 9. Humphries with the bucket.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Avery Bradley is out there with Lee. Then it's Russell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Humphries in at the 4 slot. That's the Boston 5. Beasley dishes to Harris. Back to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. That's good. Beasley's got 49 points in the game.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
And here's the fast break. And here we go. And that one's good by Davis.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Bass is checked in for Russell. Jared Sullinger comes in for Chris Humphries. Marshawn Brooks is checked in for Hardaway, and Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Gets it to go.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Orlando, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them.
Yeah, how you doing? Welcome to the chat.
Beasley kicks to Nelson. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Beasley kicks to Davis. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Beasley with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Beasley, the pass to Harris.
What a huge play.
A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, hey, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Here's Crawford, and it's Boston with another. Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Doubled by Lee. Beasley dishes to Harris. Back to Beasley. Nelson outside. He feeds it to Vucevic. Back to Nelson. Shot clock at 5. Beasley outside. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Beasley's got 51. Here's Lee. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Crawford kicks to Lee. Unloads.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Shot is no good.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass, finding the open man every trip down the floor.
It certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
Ball's knocked loose. Nelson, the pass to Beasley. And a strong finish with two hands.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. One-on-one here. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Crawford working against Beasley. Sullinger with a screen for Crawford. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And here's Beasley. He's against Lee. Beasley kicks to Harris. Brooks covering. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Sullinger with a screen for Brooks. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Beasley kicks to Davis. Soft touch off the glass.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
It's too late now.
The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Crawford kicks to Bradley, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Crawford, covered by Beasley, from 18 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Feeds it to Nelson. Back to Beasley. And he goes in for the dunk.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
Now, here is Nelson. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Tiny.
Pretty good highlights. All right.
You racked up 25 assists in this game. Few could argue the way you conducted the team with your incredible passing was key in this win. What do you have to say about that?
Look, man, everyone on my squad knows that I'm the playmaker. Just give me the ball and I'll start cutting and I'll hit you. Personally, I think that's when we play our best. And tonight's a great example of that. Everyone was making their cuts, and I was serving it up on a silver platter. I can do that each and every game, too. It's just a matter of how often we finish those plays that determine how many assists I end up with.
All right, nice. We're 8-0. All right, guys. I'm actually about to get off here because I've been playing for a little while. I'll stream some more, but I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.